Kelsey Pittman. I'm doing an article presentation for my Proseminar 5160 class. The article I chose was Social Media Engagement Behavior, a framework for engaging customers through social media content. It's put out by Emerald Insight and a couple different authors you see there back in 2019. I chose this article because I'm really interested in seeing how social media and why people choose certain things to engage with, and if it has to do with emotion or just because it's something they're interested in. And this article does just that. So the reason this is important is because people spend a lot of money on social media, especially for advertising, but a lot of them don't understand the effects it has. So this study shows the content that social media users feel an engagement and why. This study expects rational content on social media will be facilitated both by passive and active engagement behaviors, while emotional content is more likely to promote only passive behaviors. So that is the hypothesis it thinks. But is that actually true? The study uses quantitative content and analysis to compare the relationships between content types and 4 different engagement behaviors. This study actually uses 2 different types of theories. The first one, dual processing theory, to show how rational and emotional messages appeal results in online engagement. The other one they use is uses and gratification theory to understand why individuals use media to satisfy their needs. Definitely a good question we all want to know. The findings show there is a distinct effect of rational and emotional appeals on social media engagement behavior. The more emotional the social media post is, the more active and passive the engagement from the users will be. So I think the author did a really good job at looking at data for a long period of time in different companies. They used a period of 12 months with 12 different types of wine companies, which I thought was really cool because, a lot of times it's small, and I really enjoyed how it was a wide range so we can see that this is going on a bunch of different companies, not just 1 or 2. It's actually one of the first studies to look at social media engagement behavior back in 2019. So it's kind of setting the footsteps of what comes next and what we can learn to do more. So it's kind of a broad evidence of what it needs to know because we're going to be learning more soon. But because it's the first one, it doesn't have a lot of other studies to compare to. The only thing I think these authors could have done better in the study is that we looked at different social media posts, because it's saying that we are looking at the engagement on social media, but it's really just Facebook. There's a lot of other engagements out there for social media with Instagram, X, and so many others, Pinterest, things like that. And so you're saying these engagements for social media, but it's really just Facebook that we're comparing and looking at for the data and the results. But it keeps saying the engagement on social media. So it kind of is conflicting information that I didn't really understand. I really wish it would have just been engagement on Facebook as the title, or they looked at all the different platforms. I learned that you should use rational rather than emotional social media content for your page if you want to increase that engagement. That is super important, whether you are running that page, own that page, or wanting to do it out on your own. The more information and more informal content that's out there is the more engagement you're gonna get, and you want that engagement to reach more people on social media and Facebook. Now, this is my resources. I really enjoyed this article and learning more.